Dear students, today we are going to study the chapter number 14, Basic Principle of Organic Chemistry. Just take a small revision that actually what is organic chemistry. So student, organic chemistry is nothing but a chemistry of carbon compound. In this, except oxide of carbon and metal carbonate. Means whenever you are study the organic chemistry, so in organic chemistry you have to study the carbon compound, means compound which is made by a carbon atom. In organic chemistry there are, as you know, in chemistry actually there are many compound which is made up of by carbon atom. For study the different type of atoms or different type of compound which is made by carbon atom, we have to first study the structural representation of organic compound. In structural representation of organic compound, we have to study dash formula, condensed formula, which is divided into two, means A and B, and bond line formula, which is also known as zigzag formula. So student, as you know, what is the structural formula actually? In your 10th standard, you have already studied structural formula of a molecule show all the constituent of atom which is denoted by dash, or this dash is known as covalent bond. Means whenever carbon and hydrogen atoms are bonded with each other, so this bonding is known as covalent bond. For example, if you are taking the structure of methane, so in this methane carbon atom is attached with a 4 hydrogen atom, means in methane molecule there are 4 covalent bond is formed. And student, always remember this dash means this covalent bond show 2 electron, means one bond carry 2 electron. Means if one carbon and one hydrogen bonded with each other, what does it means? It means that one electron of carbon and one electron of hydrogen bonded with each other and forming a bond. So it is also known as electron dot structure, or it is known as Lewis structure. These all the explanation already you have studied in your 10th structure, means dash structure and electron dot structure or Lewis structure you have already studied in your 10th standard. In this chapter, for structural representation of organic compound, we are going to study the dash formula, condensed formula, bond line formula or zigzag formula. Actually, what is condensed formula? If we are having the compound hexane. What is the formula of hexane? CH3, CH2, 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 CH2. Means longest chain is formed when we indicating only identical group, means only number of identical group is indicating which are attached to an atom by a subscript. So this resulting formula of a compound is known as condensed formula. The third one is bond line formula, which is also known as zigzag formula. In bond line formula, the carbon-carbon bond is shown by only zigzag manner, and the intersection line denote the carbon atom bonded to appropriate hydrogen atom, means which satisfy the tetravalency of carbon. So, in bond line formula or zigzag line formula, the line representing the carbon-carbon bond, and it is drawn in a zigzag manner. And the intersection line denote a carbon atom which is bonded to an appropriate number of hydrogen atom. What does it mean? It means that it satisfies the tetravalency of carbon. As you know, one carbon having 4 valency means carbon having tetravalency. If any of them, if you are having the heteroatom, means instead of carbon and hydrogen atom, if another different atom is attached with this chain, so we have to show this atom also. Just see the example so you can understand easily. We are having a dash formula that 4 carbons are there. It means it is butane. See, it is the dash formula. Each carbon satisfy its tetravalency means 4 bonding. Here 2 CH3 groups are there and 2 CH2 group are there. So what we have to do, CH3, CH2, 2 CH3 means we condense the formula. It is the condensed number 1. In condensed number 2, what we have to do, CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3. Means we are showing here CH2 in 2 times, but in dash formula all the carbon and hydrogen atoms are in open chain or in dash structure. These are also in the open chain, but these are not in a dash structure, they are in the condensed form. Means 2 CH3 and 2 CH2 bonded with each other. Here each hydrogen atom is individually bonded. Now in bond line formula, what is doing here? Here CH3, it is CH2, then CH2, then CH3. Each line show the carbon hydrogen bonding. CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3. Now see the another example, CH3, CH, double bond CH, CH3. So what we have to do, CH3, CH2, CH3, or in second CH3, CH, double bond CH, CH3. Now see in bond line formula, CH3, then CH, then CH. In between these two CH group there are double bond, then at the end CH3. Now again third one, CH3, CH2, CH2, here 2 times CH2 are there, then C double bond OH. Means it is aldehydic group is attached in this formula. So we have to show this aldehydic group in the zigzag formula or bond line formula. What we have to do, CH3, CH2, 2 and CHO, or we can write it CH3, CH2, CH2, CHO. Now see here CH3, then CH2, then CH2, then C double bond O, then H. Again I am repeating CH3, CH2, CH2, C double bond OH. Now take another example. In this example, CH3, CH2, CH, CH3OH. One branch is there in this carbon atom, and one hetero atom is also there, which is OH. What does it mean? It is the alcoholic group. So what we have to do, CH3, CH2, then CH. With CH there are CH3, then OH. And we can write it CH3, CH2, CH, CH3OH. See here CH3, CH2, CH and branch showing by a vertical line. If CH3 in the branch, so we have to show it by a single vertical line. If C2H5 is in the branch, so we have to write a double vertical line. So CH3, CH2, CH. Now here branch is there. That's why I am drawing it as a single vertical line. It is show the branch of CH3. Then OH. And you can start it CH3, CH, CH2, CH3. OH, you have to show the OH again. So these are the structural representation of organic molecule which we can study by dash formula, condensed formula A and B, and bond line formula or zigzag manner formula. Now the next one is drawing the molecule in three-dimensional structure. Means this organic compound we can draw in the three-dimensional structure, in which means most of the organic molecule have three-dimensional shape actually. There are four methods which we are used for this three-dimensional molecule. The first is the wedge formula. Just see the structure. It is very simple structure. We can draw it on a paper. It is a three-dimensional view of a molecule. As you have seen, it is a formula of methane which is representing by a single vertical line. This solid line, solid wedge is, this is the solid wedge, this is the dash wedge, and these two are the normal line. It is solid wedge, dash wedge, and these two are the normal line. Actually, what is solid wedge show that? So solid wedge show that means it is used to represent a bond which is projecting up from the paper towards the reader. Means projecting up from the paper. Means from where you are study the formula. So this solid wedge is towards the reader, means towards you. Next is the dash wedge. So dash wedge represent the bond which is going backward below the paper, means away from the reader. Solid wedge to the reader, or dash wedge away from the reader. And these two normal line, it is show that these two line means these bonds in the plane of paper. One bond towards the reader, one bond towards the reader, this is solid wedge. One bond dash wedge which is away from the reader or going backward to the reader or below paper, and remaining two lines is in the plane of the paper. So it is nothing but a wedge formula. The next formula for the three-dimensional structure is Fisher projection formula or cross formula. So in Fisher projection formula or cross formula, it can be drawing by a carbon chain in a vertical line. Means this vertical line show the carbon chain. Each carbon on vertical chain is represented by a cross convention, as you have seen. This cross is show the carbon chain. Horizontal line of the cross represent projecting up from the carbon, and vertical line of the bond of the carbon show that going below the carbon. As you have seen the cross line which is show the carbon, the horizontal line or the cross represent bond projecting up from the carbon. This cross representing projecting up from the carbon. And vertical line, this line show the bond which is going below the carbon. So it is nothing but a Fisher projection formula, cross formula. It is generally used in carbohydrate chemistry. The next is the Newman projection formula. As you have seen on your screen, there are two formulas. This formula which can be studied for the carbon-carbon single bond. In this, there is carbon-carbon bond is not visible, as you have seen in this. In this, the front carbon is shown by a point and rear carbon is shown by a circle. Front carbon is shown by a point and rear carbon is shown by a circle. The remaining 3 bonds at each of these 2 carbons are drawn like spoke of wheel. So, such type of formula is known as Newman projection formula. Normally, bond at the front carbon, which is shown by the dot, so it is radiated from the center of the circle, and these 3 bond of rear carbon, these 3 bond 1, 2 and 3. These 3 bonds of rear carbon are shown radiated from the circumference of the circle, as you have seen. The 3 bond of front carbon, you have seen, it is radiated from the center of the circle, and 3 bond of the rear carbon, it is shown to the radiated to from the circumference of the circle. So it is the Newman projection formula. Next one is the Sauer's or Andreon or perspective formula. In this formula, Sauer's or Andreon or perspective formula. In this, carbon-carbon single bond is represented by a long slanting line, as you have seen on your screen. It is carbon-carbon single bond which is shown by a long slanting skin. The lower end of the line represents the front carbon and upper end of the line it is show the rear carbon. The remaining 3 bonds at the 2 carbon atom shown to radiate from the respective carbon. So it is very simple. Only 2 things you have to remember in this. One is carbon-carbon single bond is represented by a long slanting line. Lower end represent the front carbon, upper end represent the rear carbon. And remaining 3 bonds of respective carbon atom remaining 3 bonds radiated from the respective carbon. So it is the Sauer's or Andreon or perspective formula. The next topic in this is classification of organic compound. See here, organic compound is mainly classified into 2 types. One is aliphatic or acyclic or open chain compound. Another is cyclic or closed chain or ring compound. This closed chain or ring compound again divided into homocyclic or carbocyclic or heterocyclic compound. Homocyclic compounds are again divided into alicyclic compound or aromatic compound. And heterocyclic compound again divided into heteroalicyclic compound or heteroaromatic compound. This aromatic compound is again divided into benzenoid aromatic compound or non-benzenoid aromatic compound. So this is the classification of organic compound. Now just see, the first class of this organic compound is aliphatic compound. As you have seen on your screen, the example of aliphatic compound in which the carbon atom are joined with an open chain. There is no circle or no ring in this compound. These compounds are also called as acyclic compound. So just take a small study for these compounds also. Okay. In this compound or acyclic compound or aliphatic compound, we can write it in a straight chain manner or in a branch chain manner. See here, both are the butane, but one is the N-butane, means there is no branch, and another is the isobutane because there is one branch is there. Next one is cyclic compound. Simple. Cyclic compounds are the compounds which are joined by 2 or more ring. or with or without heteroatom. In cyclic compound, the first branch is homocyclic or carbocyclic compound. Homocyclic or carbocyclic compound means ring is there, but compound containing only one atom, only carbon atom. It is also divided in alicyclic compound. What is alicyclic compound? Alicyclic compounds, it is homocyclic compound. It means by single bond is joined together. Means homocyclic compound. Homocyclic compound means compounds containing carbon atom only and they are linked by a single bond. Just see the example, cyclopropane and cyclobutane. Only carbon hydrogen atoms are there and they all are linked by a single bond. Next one is the aromatic compound. As you know what is aromatic compound, at least containing one aromatic ring. As aromatic, you have remember what is aromatic ring. So see here there are many examples. One is the benzene C6H6, then toluene C6H5CH3, then naphthalene, then phenol. These all are the aromatic ring. Aromatic ring means containing conjugate single and double bond. Conjugate single and double bond. It is known as aromatic compound. Now next is heterocyclic compound. As you know, heterocyclic compound means one or more heteroatom, means with carbon and hydrogen there are one different atom is attached on this carbon and hydrogen, like oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur, etc. See here, heteroalicyclic compound. Heteroalicyclic compound means one of the different atom is there, means carbon hydrogen with a single bond but containing one heteroatom like oxygen, like NH. Heteroaromatic compound, same is there. Aromatic means conjugated double bond. Alicyclic means single bond. Hetero means different, one different compound. Aromatic means single and double bond and containing one different atom. So it is known as heteroaromatic compound. This aromatic compound again divided into benzenoid compound and non-benzenoid compound. Aromatic compound classified as benzenoid and non-benzenoid compound containing at least one benzene ring, means C6H6, and non-benzenoid compound containing an aromatic ring other than benzene. See the example, benzenoid compound. See, it is the benzene ring. It is also aromatic ring, but it is not a benzene. It is benzene containing C6H6 and it is not a benzene ring. See here in non-benzenoid another one example is there. Just see the difference between these three rings. These two are non-benzenoid and this is the benzenoid. Heteroaromatic compound are also classified as benzenoid compound and non-benzenoid compound. Just see here, benzenoid compound means containing at least one benzene ring but containing one heteroatom. Student, just remember here NH2 is not attached in the ring. It is bonding with the ring. Here oxygen is not attached in the ring. That's why it is homocyclic, aromatic homocyclic. But in heteroaromatic compound, nitrogen is attached in the ring. See the difference. It is heteroaromatic, nitrogen is in the ring. But in homocyclic compound, NH2 is not in the ring. So these are the example for the compound. You can study more example. For example, alicyclic compound. You can study from this table also. There are benzenoid aromatic compound, non-benzenoid aromatic compound. Next is heterocyclic aromatic compound. Next is heterocyclic non-aromatic compound. So there are different type of compound which you can study by this table also. I hope you understand today's lecture. In the next lecture, we will study next chapter. Thank you so much.